Hi, it's Alana and welcome back to YogaYin. Thank you so much for joining us. Today I've filmed another in our series for yoga for fertility. This one is for a thin uterine lining. I filmed it for a specific student, but I know that many of you have an issue with thin uterine lining, so I'm hoping this will help. This student leads a very sedentary lifestyle in that she is very busy at work, works very long hours, so not a lot of moving or exercise or flow down to the uterus. So this sequence is going to be about increasing that flow of blood to the uterus. She also has a low DHEA level. DHEA is a hormone that's produced by your adrenal glands, and it's counterbalanced by another hormone that's produced by the adrenal glands, and that is cortisol. So low DHEA leads to high cortisol, and high cortisol levels lead to stress, and thus she's experiencing anxiety and she's experiencing heart palpitations. So we're going to do threefold things today. We're going to up the exercise level, we're going to calm the body right down so we can bring those cortisol levels right down and the DHEA back up, and we're going to try and build that uterine lining. So enjoy. If this resonates with you, please let me know in your feedback. Keep your questions coming. If you would like a personalized sequence for yourself, please contact me on Facebook. Namaste. Hari Om. So first of all, I want you to come to your mat, and I want you to lie down comfortably on your mat. And if you wish to, you can place a pillow underneath your head. And I want you to get nice and comfortable. Just lying in full Shavasana. And don't worry if that's not comfortable for your lower back. Just stay here for a few deep breaths with me. We're not going to be here for long. I want you to just tuck your chin in. And then lay the arms down beside the body. Lean away out from the sides, palms facing upward. And the feet just gently rolling out to the sides, the body completely relaxing. Tune into your breath. And notice how your breath is feeling today, whether it's fast and short, or long and deep. And not judging the breath, just noticing. And when you're ready, I want you to bend up your right knee into the body. Just hug that right knee in. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then when it feels okay, take that right knee in your right hand and bring it out to the side. And place your left hand over your left hip. And breathe. Allow that right knee to just gently drop. Well, this is going to start to work into the liver meridian. And it's also going to start to gently just increase the blood flow to the uterus. Take another deep breath here. And then inhale, bring the knee over the body, just gently. Not so that the hip is too far off the mat. Keep bringing that right hip back to the mat. And you're going to be working into your gallbladder meridian. Just gently. And these meridians being prime meridians that we want to work with fertility. And then bring your knee back into center. And then release it all the way down to the mat. Just see if you can feel a difference in the two sides of the body. Don't worry if you can't. And then bend up your left knee. We're going to do the same thing. Hug the knee into the belly. A few deep breaths here. And then inhale and exhale, take it out to the side, placing the right hand over the right hip. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. Just make a note of that for yourself. And then inhale, bring that knee back in. And then take it over to the other side. Again, just a little ways. Keep that left hip firmly planted down into the mat. If there's any discomfort here, just exhale, breathe through it. I know there is for me. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Couple of deep breaths. And then release it all the way down to the mat. Draw the soles of your feet together. And gently open out the knees just as far as you're comfortable. I'm not going to keep you here for long, so I won't get you to put pillows under the knees. But I just want you to breathe down into the belly. Bring your thumbs and your forefingers together. Place them over the belly. Three more deep breaths here. And then release your hands, bring one knee over to the other, roll off, and come up onto your mat. Okay, so I want you to come to a standing position on your mat. And I want you to find a Tadasana spine, so feet underneath the hips. We often think our hips are a bit wider than they actually are, so just make sure that they're directly underneath the hips. Pick up your toes, spread them, plant them down. Pick up your heels, plant your heels down, and gently soften at the knees. Tug the tailbone under, let the shoulders relax back and down. Just let your chin slowly drop forward so you're looking straight ahead, neck is nice and long. Beautiful. I want you to take a couple of deep breaths here. Just center yourself, and I want you to try and feel your weight underneath your feet. Don't worry if you don't at this point. I'm going to bring you to a point where you do. Just try and ground the body. Good. And then I'm going to get you to step your feet out wide. We're going to come into Trikonasana triangle pose, which also works into our liver meridian. So I want you to have the heel of that front foot coming to about the center of the back foot if you can. But if that doesn't work for you, I want you to just shift that back foot a little so it does. Okay. Twist your hips towards the center. Inhale, open out from the heart to the fingertips. Exhale, fold from the hip and drop the hand to the leg, no weight on the leg, and the other hand to the buttocks. Twist up towards the ceiling, raise your arm, and if you wish to, you can bring your fingertips right down to the floor. Hold this for 5 deep breaths, stretch through the fingers. And then inhale and exhale, turn the head. And inhale, come all the way back up to center. So just gently opening up the body. If you need to bend this knee, please do. It's all about working into the lateral side of the body. So don't worry about, having to have straight knees. Okay, when you're ready, inhale. And exhale, fold from the hip and place a hand on the leg. Or come down to your mat. Bring the other hand to your hip. Taking a couple of deep breaths, raising the arm and holding it here for 5 deep breaths. If it's not comfortable for your neck to look at the ceiling, just look straight ahead. Three more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale, turn to look at that foot and come right back up to center and just release the body here. Good. So now we started to gently open up the body, just opening up first of all the hips and now opening up the sides of the body as well. And I'm going to move you into a gentle Surya Namaskar, so salute to the sun. Now with fertility, I don't often teach Surya Namaskar, but it is one of the best yoga sequences we have. This is a very gentle one for fertility because I don't want to up the ante and increase the anxiety, but what I do want to do is get the body moving, and this is a sequence which moves every muscle in the body. So what I want you to do is come to the top of your mat. Finding that Tadasana spine like we did. Rolling the shoulders back and down, dropping the chin. Good, and when you're ready, I want you to raise your arms up and over the head to prayer. Mine are in prayer, even though you can't see them. And then fold forward and soften at your knees. So don't keep them straight if that doesn't feel good for you. Bring your fingertips to the mat or bring your hands to the legs if that's enough for you. Drop your head, take a couple of deep breaths here. And then we're going to step that right leg back into a lunge, drop the knee, uncurl the toe, and then just raise the arms. Bring the index fingers together and interlace the other fingers and hold this here. And then release the arms, step back to a downward dog. And I want you to spread your fingers nice and wide, inner elbows towards one another. Bend the knees and then just walk through the feet. Keep that energy and the chi moving. Inhale and exhale, sink your heels. Inhale, drop the knees down, uncurl the toes. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders, inner elbows towards one another. And inhale, open up. In cat and exhale, curl. So if you've done my fertility videos with me, you know that I probably fit cat in somewhere into the sequence. It's not very often that I don't use this. I want you to keep the energy moving here. And then inhale, gently coming back to a neutral spine, walking the hands forward, curling the toes under, back to downward dog, sinking the heels down, raising the right leg behind you, stepping it through into that lunge, dropping the back knee, uncurling the toe, knee is directly over the ankle, holding it here, 5 deep breaths. And then releasing it and stepping that left foot up to the right, folding forward here, soften the body. Don't straighten the knees unless you feel that you can. And then inhale, look up from here, come up to the fingertips, stretch the spine. Exhale, step back again into that lunge. And another 5 deep breaths here. Just keep looking straight ahead before you release your hands. Coming into dog, spread that fingers nice and wide, walk through the feet. Inhale and exhale, sink the heels down here. And inhale, come into a cat. Uncurl the toes, and when you're ready, inhale, open up the throat. Exhale, curl through the spine. Just keep working with this. Really feel into the spine. And then come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward. Curl back into a downward dog. Hold it here. Downward dog, very balancing for the hormonal endocrine system. Raise your left leg. Step it through into the lunge, drop your back knee. The knee is directly over the ankle, raise the arms. And then release them. Stepping the right foot up to the left, fold forward, release the head. And then when you're ready, gently raise your arms, open over the head to prayer. Okay, so now we're going to go through that again, but we're going to go through a little faster, so just come with me. Finding your Tadasana spine once more. Inhaling, raising the hands up to prayer, up and over the head, and exhale, fold forward, soften the knees. Inhale, come up to the fingertips and lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right leg back, bend the knee, arms up and over the head, index fingers together. One breath here. Exhale, release, step back to downward dog, holding downward dog for one deep breath. Inhale, looking forward, dropping the knees, uncurling the toes, stepping the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, open out the throat. Exhale, curl through the spine. Inhale and open. Exhale and curl. Inhale, step your hands forward, tuck your toes under into downward dog. Inhaling here, raise the right leg, step it through. Coming to the lunge, holding it here, one big breath. And then releasing, stepping the left foot up to the right, folding forward. Inhaling, reaching forward. Exhaling, stepping back again on that left leg, raising the arms. One deep breath. Releasing the arms, stepping back to downward dog. One deep breath here. Inhaling, dropping the knees, uncurling the toes, opening out, curling, feeling into the body, stepping the hands forward as you inhale back to downward dog, releasing, exhaling here. Inhaling with the left, dropping the right knee back into the lunge. And then releasing, stepping the right foot up, folding forward. Inhaling. And coming all the way back up. And hands to the heart. Bring your hands to prayer. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Bring your weight forward over your toes. And then I want you to bring the tip of your thumb and the tip of your forefinger together and just place it over the belly. And breathe down into the belly. See if you can feel the weight in your feet now. Let that weight drop, sinking into the mat. See if you can bring the breath to the belly. So as you inhale, the hands on the belly rise, and as you exhale, gently draw back to the spine. Bringing the focus back to the belly. And then floating your eyes open when you're ready. So Surya Namaskar is about working, or Sun Salutation is about working every muscle in the body and really increasing the blood flow and thus the heart rate. Now what we want to do is bring that heart rate right back down. So I'm going to get you to come back down. Okay, so I'm going to get you to come to a kneeling position, standing on your knees. And I want you to just gently take that right leg out. I'm going to mirror you and use your left. And when you're ready, I want you to raise your left arm and we're going to gently fold over into Parigasana gate pose, pointing the toe. And again, working into the liver meridian. Turning to look at the ceiling if that's comfortable for your neck, or otherwise just looking straight ahead. And then inhale, come back up, and exhale, release. To the other side, inhaling, exhaling, looking up to the ceiling, or looking straight ahead. And then inhale, coming back up. Coming down into a kneeling position. And what I want you to do is to grab a pillow if this position is uncomfortable for you. Just place it in between your buttocks and your heels. So the spine is nice and straight. So what we want to do now is bring the breath right back down, slow it back down, bring the heart rate right back down. This is a really good way to deal with anxiety. Now that we've raised the heart rate, we're going to bring it back down. So we're going to practice prana mudra. So I want you to come with me, inhaling, bringing the hands to prayer over the head, down to the forehead, peeling the palms away all the way down to the base of the body. And inhale. And exhale. So we're inhaling to raise the arms. Exhaling to the forehead, peeling the palms away. Exhalation continues to the base of the body. Inhalation raises the energy. Exhalation releases it. And again, close your eyes if you're comfortable with this and you know this breath. Exhaling all the way down. Another round in your own time. One last round. When you finish, bring your palms to your lap, facing upward, thumbs together, left hand on top of right. Again, gently breathing down to the belly. Release the exhalation when it down to the side. Exhaling through the mouth. Bring that heart rate right back down. Letting the eyes open again when you're ready. Gently removing the pillow if you have one. Coming to lying on the mat. Placing the hands over the knees and just making gentle circles on that lower back. Keeping the blood and the breath flowing to the belly. And then reversing those circles. Hugging the knees into the belly, taking a couple of deep breaths here. When you're ready, release your knees over to your right hand side, and we're going to come up to the wall and finish with legs against the wall. Now, of all the held positions that we use in fertility yoga, legs against the wall, Viparita Karani is the best for increasing the lining of the womb. So what I want you to do is come up to the wall sideways. This is the easiest way to get into it. And then lie with your legs against the wall. First of all, with the toes together, arms out by the sides or over the belly if you wish. I want you to take some deep breaths here. And just allow the blood to flow down from the feet and the legs back towards the ears. And then when you're ready, bring the soles of your feet together and just allow the knees to open out to the side. When you're ready, raise the legs back up, stretch them out. And you can stay here for up to 10 minutes. When you're ready to release it, gently bend your knees together. Roll off to one side. And come back to your mat. So that is our fertility yoga for a thin uterine lining. We have upped the exercise and increased the heart rate to increase the flow of blood to the body. We've increased the flow of blood to the uterus. We have, with those relaxation exercises, just lowered the cortisol in the body, hopefully bringing that DHEA back up. And that, of course, DHEA is a precursor for estrogen. So the higher that is, the more estrogen is increased in the body, and of course estrogen is responsible for increasing the thickening of your lining. So I hope that helps. Any questions, please get in contact. Otherwise,